A question could come from any one of you. How World War I started? It's a very good question, and that's where you will get to understand how the World War I started. It should be noted that the spark started from the Balkan regions. I mean not Balkan regions. It started when a Serbian nationalist from the Black Hand movement by the name of Gabriel, who assassinated the heir to the Austrian throne, Archduke Francis Ferdinand, and his wife Sofia, while they were riding on the streets of Sarajevo. And it should be noted that Sarajevo is the capital city of Bosnia that acquired by Austria-Hungary. Then the Austria-Hungarian government blamed the Little Serbia for the outrage and the conspiracy that happened in Sarajevo. As a result of, because the Serbian government, as a result of, Serbia opposed Austria-Hungarian takeover of Bosnia in 1908. Yet Serbia wanted to take over that very province, Bosnia. So Austrian government firmly believed that the unfriendly Yugoslav kingdom of Serbia was behind the conspiracy or the assassination of the royal couple. And the decisive decision made by the foreign minister of Austria-Hungary by punishing Serbia, so that in order to preserve the national honor of Austria-Hungary, and that was by the support of Germany. Germany was behind this. German antagonized the German supported Austria-Hungary to invade Serbia. So an agent from the government of Austria-Hungary, an agent from the government of Austria-Hungary who investigate secretly in Serbia are reported or brought a report that saying that there is no good evidence or there is no firm evidence that Serbia was behind this conspiracy. But unfortunately, the foreign minister of Austria-Hungary believed, or the foreign minister of Austria-Hungary had that idea of invading, or he put that report on his pocket and made the people of Austria-Hungary believe that Serbia was behind this, or Serbia was behind of the assassination, the conspiracy. And thought he is going to use that an excuse to invade Serbia. Also it should be noted that Serbia was a center for propaganda. A center for propaganda. For Yugoslav kingdom, for self-determination. So that's the bad intention, and that is the intention behind the foreign minister of Austria-Hungary to invade Serbia using the idea of using the assassination as an excuse to invade with the support of Germany. Okay? On July 23, 1914, the Austrian foreign minister sent an ultimatum letter to the Serbian government, or demanding them three conditions, or putting over there three conditions, and to be satisfied within 48 hours. The three conditions, or the condition within that ultimatum letter, one, they demanded Serbia to exclude all anti-Austrian publications and societies. To abolish all anti-Austrian publications and societies from Serbia. And again also they demanded to exclude all anti-Austrian teachers and books texts from the schools of Serbia. 3. they demanded to allow agents from Austria-Hungarian government to come in and to aid in the work of checking anti-Austrian propaganda. However, Serbia accepted the first two and referred to the third one to Hague, International Criminal Court. So on the other side, Britain and France, on the other side, Britain and Russia asked Austria-Hungary to give time so as to solve the issue. But what behind Austria-Hungary was invasion. So they want to invade Serbia. And they couldn't be able to wait. On 28th of June 1914, Austria declared war against Serbia, and that opened the gates of the World War I. And that opened the most atrocities and most explosive and most destructive war that happened in this world. And it was the First World War. Then Russia immediately warned strongly to Austria not to invade the little Serbia, but Austria refused it. So Russia played the role of big brother to Serbia and mobilized her troops and declared war against Austria-Hungary. Then on the other hand, Germany, as Austria's ally, played the role of also as ally and warned strongly to Russia not to intervene or stop going into this war further. But Russia refused. The German declared war against Russia. Germany declared war against Russia on 1st of August 1914. Then France came in to that war as supporting Russia. So once, the German, we realized that facing two powerful countries from Eastern Europe, Russia, and from Western Europe, France, then Germany made a decisive decision by knocking out France first before it gets fully ready to the war. So they decided to invade, they decided to knock out France and to be back to Russia. So they mobilized their troops, and marched their troops through Belgium towards, they are heading where? They are heading to France. So Britain kindly and strongly warned German not to, should respect the neutrality of Belgium, because Belgium was a neutral state. Germany should respect the neutrality of that Belgium, but Germany refused. So Britain also declared war on 4th of August 1914 against Germany. Then on the other side, also Japan followed the examples of Britain and came into the war on that very day also. So now that four powerful countries facing two countries also are powerful, but there are only two countries. So Germany and Austria-Hungary, they were facing four great powerful countries. Britain, France, Japan, Russia. They have nowhere to go, or they have nothing to think, only about their allies. And in fact, Italy was one of their allies, but her situation was so embarrassing. Italy signed a secret agreement Italy signed the secret agreement with the Triple Alliance, and with the Triple Alliance, with the Triple Entente, Britain, France, and Russia. Though Italy was one of Triple Alliance with Germany and with Austria-Hungary. But unfortunately, Italy was a great power, but Italy justified the hassle by saying that according to the terms and rules that we agreed upon as alliances or as triple alliances, that I support you, I support you when there is aggression. But Germany and Austria-Hungary started the war. So there is no need for me to come when you are the one who wronged in that. So Italy justified herself in that way, and Germany and Austria-Hungary and some other small states, they were not able to go further in that way, and that's what happened during that time, and that's what's going to happen. So as I'm concluding, or as I'm heading to the conclusion, what I would like to tell you is that more than 32 nations participated in that war, and more than 65 million people, 65 million people participated in that war. More than 7.8 million left dead. More than 6.5 million people, they were missing in that action. Some of them are in prisons, and some of them they just left. And many of them, in fact, survived. But those who survived, they suffered in mental problems and so many other problems. So, in conclusion, I would like to remind you once and for all that the World War I was really one of the great wars that happened in this world, and took many people into death and left others also mentality. But the problem was the formation of the alliance system that they divide into two groups, or they divided themselves into more than two groups, and that what led to the World War I. And later on also, it should be remembered that the United States President Wilson, who proposed and who came with some proposals on going to making peace or an international body that can govern this world, and by that time it was League of Nations, but currently we call it as United Nations. It was League of Nations before, after the First World War I. But after the Second World War, they named as United Nations, and I hope next conference we may go further about it, or we may talk about the Second World War that happened. So thank you very much, and I thank you once again for giving me this opportunity, and a special thanks to the presenters or the people who are in charge of this conference. This conference means a lot, as I said earlier, to you and to me, and also you as a person who have come and worked and prepared and offered a lot to be held this conference in this very hall. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Then I see you later.